know, I don't want to talk about it here. Yeah, that was a workout for.
What up, Mike?
I mean, I'm glad everything worked out at the end. But yeah, that was something. Yeah, because I was doing it before you showed up.
What up, Action? You're not going to break their hearts tonight, are you, Mr. Action? I think I already took care of that.
He hears Mike Action, his bud buddy. As soon as he hears his bud buddy out there, he keys up. You notice that with Richard? He has to have a key hand, someone to hold his hand.
Well, I would have let you hold my hand, but you went on a 15-minute roll die and didn't come off the key, man. I'm upstairs hysterical saying, somebody give that man a round of applause. He wants notoriety so bad.
Why do you show up now, Richard, when non-action shows up? Or why do you need to hold someone's hand? You'll get slapped around and you just look at your CB like it's a TV. But as soon as you hear one of your bud buddies, one of your bend-over brothers there, you start keying up. Why is that, Richard? You little coward bitch.
What you call a slap around is perceived by everybody else listening as you dying to hold my hand. And when I don't let you, you get all huffy and puffy and so go into overdrive. Watch this. 250. Light switch on, operator gone. Good evening, Mike Action. Rolling, tolling, and scrolling. I'm back quiet.
Yeah, the best thing you could do is stay back quiet. But that was a good story you told when you were 9 years old, Richard. You were at U.S. Steel, and you seen the steel that was going to go into the World Trade Center. And you predicted that at 9 years old that those buildings were going to come down because of that steel. Holy shit, man. You could tell some fucking stories, man. It's one thing it was psychotic individuals like yourself, mentally ill, mentally disturbed. You should be working with Hollywood, making science fiction movies, man.
Yeah, at 9 years old, why don't you find out what year was those buildings made?
Oh, they were put up, what?
See, even T is on point. Even T knows when I was 13, them towers were standing for many years. But it was 250 in that hangar. It was 250 in that U.S. Steel hangar there where they built that shit. You know what I mean? It was him riding shotgun in my daddy's Cadillacs all them years, the first week of every month. It was 250. It wasn't Richie.
It was shut down. I mean, let me tell you, Canal was shit, man. Back in the day, you needed capacitors, you needed any type of electrolytics, capacitors, resistors, you name it, man. You could go down the canal. I remember if I needed transistors, I would go down there, pick it up in person, man. I miss those days. I missed that, man. You needed a replacement transistor, you had the equivalent. I think it was NPE, if I'm not mistaken.
He's too scared to do anything in person anymore, and it's all our fault.
17 minutes. Oh, Sedane and Wellington, that was the spot. Yeah, that's where you used to go to buy parts, right?
Yeah, Dover and Wellington, exactly.
Yeah, that was the spot. There was a couple of other spots on that block. Like if you go down further down, you could buy radios, you could buy fucking antennas. Man, they had antennas like everywhere. You could buy fucking 5-8 wave antennas for like $20.
Remember Canal Hi-Fi?
Yeah. I probably is still there.
Man, let me tell you, a lot of those stores are gone, man. A lot of those stores. I remember AST. Remember AST? Sound reinforcement. If you needed a woofer reconed, whether it was a Southern Vega, Gauss, JBL, that's the spot, man. If you were a DJ and you bring your blown driver, they'll recone it for you.
I remember ASP sound. Yes, I do. I remember ASP. Now Hi-Fi. There was a couple other stores around there that I used to buy stuff.
You needed a power supply, you needed a CB radio, whatever. See, that's what I like. That's what you miss, where you can go walk into a store and the shit is right there. You can actually physically hold it in your hand. Not like today, man, with Amazon. I mean, Amazon, you can buy almost anything, but the point is that regardless if you can return it, the point is it's not physically in front of you. That's what at least I miss. Where you can walk into a retail store, whether it's Radio Shack or what have you, Canal Street Electronics or what have you, and the item is physically there. Same thing with clothing. Look at Orchard Street, man. You want to get yourself a nice bomber, a nice leather jacket, leather coat, you can try it on. You want to do the same today. It's limited, places. You can still go to places to get a nice jacket. The point is that fucking right there at Orchard Street, they were hanging up or indoors, You can check it out. Felt how it felt, you know what I mean? Feel the leather. Those days are gone, man.
Yep, everything's online. You gotta order it, and if it doesn't fit right, you gotta fucking take it back.
They like window shopping, feeling it and checking it out.
Then it gets lost.
They like rubbing the leather.
Yeah, well, you know what? These are the times, man. I knew times like this were coming, man. Why you think Bezos, the owner of Amazon? I knew, man. You remember the old mom and pop hardware store? All that shit's gone, man. Now you got Home Depot or Lowe's. But man, these are the timing, the changing of times, man. Where we just have to adjust, You gotta move on. Otherwise, you get
You either
lost.
gotta be selling foods, drugs, or gas.
And everyone gotta keep up with the times, man, because the times don't wait for you. It waits for no one. There's people
Or housing.
that are functional illiterates that can't even operate a basic PC. And I'm not making light of it or making fun of anyone. But there's people that can't even operate a cell phone, You got to remember, you have millions of functional illiterates.
He's talking about himself, by the way.
In this country. And I'm not, making light of it or putting anyone down, but that's a fact.
I know, like, Crack 117, yeah. Mr. Grip, yeah, he fucking delivered his best.
Yeah, he falls into that category. I remember he said one time, I don't even think, someone had asked him, I think it was Shadow Master, you think you can operate 250's radio? He said, probably not. That was the only time I ever heard anything honest that came out of his mouth. Well, I'll be 10-6. I'll be back.
I ain't gotta operate them, I just gotta modify them. And with an owner's manual or schematic, I can operate anything. I'm sorry, service manual, my bad. I smoke too much weed, boys and girls.